Enough bandying around. Let's kill some Strogg. Almost said demons. Where are we? Where are we? What are we doing? Oh, right. Yes. Okay, so yes, this way.
Initiate scan.
Who's ready for the palace?
Acquired. Personnel located. Drogos air threat neutralized. Black hole generator destroyed. Proceed to palace area. Locate Strahd leader codenamed Necron. Terminate with extreme prejudice.
I love it. We've taken out the air defenses, so now naturally it's our job to finish the job and not, you know, the aerial assault. Do we get any kind of support? No? Okay. I think I just bounced. That's true. I can get an extraction chopper at the very end. Worth it. My reward is I get to survive. We done? Jesus. Getting into that enemy spam, aren't we? Who designed the palace levels? Anybody who, you know, isn't streaming. See, the difference is the Strahd can be defeated. By all accounts, the demons can't, which is why the demons suck, if you think about it. Ooh! I always feel bad when it's like, I made this game, and I'm like, oh god, I don't recognize the name. Hi! Hi! All Jackways? Oh god, now I'm probably pronouncing the name wrong. There's all kinds of a dick today. But no, I would still say the Slayer is stronger. Like, the Slayer is literally superhuman. Now, fun fact, according to, I think it's the manual specifically, Bitterson is actually a survivor. Don't clip that. A survivor of Strongification. Oh, commanders. I've been wondering if we would see commanders in the vanilla campaign. There they are. Why are there so many enemies? Why are there so many enemies? One of which is a medic, by the way. I don't know if you caught that. Wow. He just chewed through 50 armor and 100 health like it was nothing. Good to know. Oh god, I'm out of quads. I blame you guys for making me use them. Oh my god, there's like 4 more in the hallways. Okay. Okay. And there's no recovery point. There's no... Okay. 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 Wow. Okay. 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 Notice the commanders, by the way, have no flesh, like, at all. I mean, they bleed, so they probably have interior flesh. That's it. Jesus Christ. Okay. That's fun. He hasn't gotten to go to the bathroom since he landed, Ben Why? I like how after the mess of commanders outside, it's mostly... Oh, okay, never mind, I take it back. I was about to say it's mostly grunts inside, but no. That was another commander. Hey, Sean. I wish you no delays. And good airline food. Okay. Why is the palace brown? You'd think this would be where they'd concentrate all the wealth, right? Like, that's how it usually works. Let me guess. I'm gonna go over this way. Yep, okay. Oh, Jesus. Strahd have no concept of wealth. That would actually make sense. Although someone asked earlier, would a... Ow. Would a Strahd... Would the Borg actually have a palace? And the answer is, of course, no. There's no such concept for the Borg. There's apparently such a concept for the frickin' Strahd, though. And here we are. Good lord, those things are sponges. Hang on. Let's go heal really quick. It sure was a hell of a heal. One of those better than nothings. To my knowledge, medics can res anything that has a body. It includes the final boss, by the way. So I believe the answer would be yes. Hey, look. We can tell these are the Quake we're fighting. Because they've got the Quake symbol up on the walls. Down we go. We have very little health right now. I can't see the guys who are shooting me. Okay. Got the data spinner.
Computer updated.
I'm just gonna pop that adrenaline right now. We need the health, and I want the health up. Alright. I hate these stupid guys. I hate these stupid jetpack guys. Wait, is this the way? Yes, okay, good, good, good. Always double check. This is a weird moment of, oh crap, what do we do? There's a guy right in front of us. And the music stopped playing. I like to think that there's some DJ further into the base who's actually playing the music. And that's how the enemies know. He's progressing. I do not know of a list. No, Mr. Ed, that's the only one I am aware of. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I mean, I wouldn't mind plutonium. Ah!
Squad leaders coordinate with sister teams.
I mean, I would, Reggie, if I was a Doom Marine. Just have the headphones in 24/7. Oh, Slayer is totally that much of a Dorcas. In a good way. Jesus! Dating a movie first? Christ! They keep saying coordinate with sister teams. What sister teams? All my homies in here are dead. Or worse. Desperately wishing they were dead. I'm just gonna use the arrow. Where to? Where to? Where to? Oh, that's another commander. Perfect. Dang it. Wow, that does damage. Like one shot of that did like 40 damage. Nice, pretty much. Because we know they'll spawn medics, I don't want to deal with any commanders more than once. Wow, that didn't even kill him. You know what this music reminds me of? I've been thinking about it. You ever have something that you're clearly supposed to get hyped for, and you're not? So, like, you can feel what they want from you. You can feel how they're like, yeah, isn't this awesome? And you're like, no. Like, you don't want to be dick about it. But you're just, it's not there. You're not feeling it. Quake.
Computer updated.
Okay. I mean, yeah, Plutonia, that could just be it. Great repetition could be dragging it down. That is more like a BFG shot. Working on it, dude. Why are you telling me to shut the place down? By myself, by the way. Thanks for the support, Command. Well, there's only one way to make sure I don't miss a secret level. You have this power, Benoit. I like how the arrow gave up. It's like, I don't know how to get up there, dude. Just go up there. So Doom 3 tried to have a moment like that with the BFG. Honestly, I think it failed. Whoops. Come back. I know I've seen that before. I suppose I should count Doom 4 with the way they revealed the Cyber Demon. I feel like I've also seen a thing... Oh, you know, I guess Metroid Fusion would count. Where, you know, the boss has your weapons and knows how to use them, and that can be terrifying. Yeah, there we go. Jeez, game. God, I can't think of any specific examples, because, like, I can see the moment, right? You spend the whole time running around with the gravity gun, and then someone shows up with a gravity gun, like, hey, buddy, wong, and it's like, oh, crap. It can even be a narrative thing. You are the one chosen one. Why? Because you have access to the gravity gun. That doesn't count. Alucard's mirror fight doesn't really count either, for pretty much the same reason. Hey, Rama. How was your day going? Dark Link? Eh, I guess, but I never felt anything. Wait, no. Hang on. I'm going the wrong way, though. Up, maybe? Nope, there's no up. Oh, that's a tough one, actually, Noctis. Mega Man game that did the, or Mega Man boss, excuse me, that did the best job at making me really want its weapon. Up again. I can't go up. I need to go. I've already found the spot. I just don't remember where it is. Okay. Of course, the arrow doesn't work, so once again, I'm lost. Damn it! I was right there. Okay. This is back, right? Yeah, this is just straight back. Hey, Family Guy. Oh, is this it? I already hit this, so this is not it. What does this say? What's the arrow say? Arrow says... this way. I'm gonna trust the arrow. I trust you, arrow. And another commander. Of course there's another commander. I mean, so again, the Cyber Demon is probably the closest thing to that oh crap moment that you're referencing, Reggie. That was off the top of my head. That was a great moment. Doom 5 tried to replicate that moment a few times and honestly kind of failed at it. Thank you for the sub, Family Guy. I do appreciate you. I don't know if you know this, but you can put that towards up to 3 future games of your choice. Imagine working here every day, by the way. Like, this is your day job, is being in this place. I mean, I hear the Strog have a great retirement plan. Just head down to chemical processing. You call in sick, you're immediately Strogified. Just instantly. Or I guess Stroyented might be a better way to phrase that. That's like working retail. Yeah. See, I've worked that job. See, that's the nice thing about id games. They make no ambiguity about the enemies you face. They're just evil and need to die. That's it. Like, you don't feel bad about doing what I just did. Why would you? Yeah, that's what I thought. I have always been amused by the fact that they specifically target a game where the primary narrative thread of every Doom game is identical, and that is summoning demons is bad. Every single Doom game has that as an actual plot point. Age of Mythology, Morrowind, and Pokemon Soul Silver. You got it. Thank you again, Family Guy. Appreciate you. I know it's shocking, Reggie, but I'm not joking. We talked about that when we were going through the Doom block. Doom 1, 2, 64 barely. Doom 3, Doom 4, and Doom 5. It's like, all right, we're going to experiment with this new slipgate technology, or we're going to try to use these things to connect to hell, or oh crap, the demons have shown up, but it's okay because we're going to use their hell energy, or whatever, right? It's always bad. It's where that meme that we used came from. There. Up. Cool. Ah, no, wait. What's a slipgate? Transporter. Up. Up. Yes. Yeah, it doesn't even want me. Oh, no. Kind of. There we go. Oh, Jesus. My one weakness. Robotic succubi. Hey, Zach Taft. You'd be surprised how many weaknesses I have. It's always funny to me that in fiction, most things have like one weak point. It's like, do you know how many weak points humans have? They can be stabbed, shot, crushed, burned, frozen. You name it, we got it. Oh god. Yes, this is the Crystal Pepsi of Succubi. It's so dark in here. Oh, hello. Boop.
Computer update.
That's what I thought. Just double checking. How are the alarms going off? God.
We have a disabled destroyer.
Not even sure at this point, Mr. Red.
We have a disabled destroyer on communication.
There he is. Couldn't see him because I'm blind, apparently. Holy crap. Okay. Let's blow one of these. Jesus Christ, they hit so hard.
We have a disabled destroyer on communication link.
Hey, push-ups. There's another commander. Wasn't I just in the Upper Palace? Literally, just up there. Well, let's see what the backtracking is like. Past a commander, of course. Thank goodness they make their stores out of really sturdy stuff around here. Holy crap. God. What the hell is a vacation push-ups? I don't like the sound of that. Okay.
Communication laser neutralized.
Ooh,
Computer updated.
we did it. Jesus Christ. Oh, I think we actually got him. Oh god, how do I get back up? Oh no, how do I get back up?
No force fields deactivated.
Okay. I guess this is our life now. Ow. Yep, no, it just wants me to... Okay. If we fall there, we have to go back through the whole stage to get back up there. That's actually kind of silly. Ladies. Don't mind me. Let's just rewind that a little bit. Much better. Okay, yeah, and this is where we were, and I just fell down from here. I mean, I gotta be honest, this level layout kind of sucks. There's no flow to it at all. But whatever, I suppose. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop off the guessing game, which means you have now to go ahead and guess. No, I did not. As a reminder, typing anything in chat means absolutely nothing. I have a spreadsheet that you could put your guesses into. Let's see, that was Unit 9, the Palace. Yes, of course, push-ups. In fact, I encourage it on a daily basis. If I don't see some kind of rant in the guessing sheet about how much I suck, then am I even really doing my job properly? Hello, Evo. Quick, get your guess in. Guess. Guess. The golden number, Evo. Do I have to explain this to you? So you see there's this thing called the golden number. Now, there's this thing called bowing. I will bow to you until you guess. Hang on, I gotta do this. It's gonna be very awkward. I'm gonna have to be bowing while typing. I don't know. I guess I'll trust you. Yeah, just pick a random number. I mean, in fairness, it's probably the range is probably about negative 2,000 to 2,000. Okay. Let me go ahead and pull this out here. Pull this over here. Pull this over here. Okay. Let's go beat the game, shall we?
Computer updated.
Of course, I shouldn't have listened to you guys. Now I don't have any quads for this fight. Oh. What? Ah. Who's ready for the almighty Macron? Supreme dictator. And Hitler of the Strog race. And the guy who's laughing just now. Hang on, gotta kill some succubi. What's funny is Macron and Macron are actually extremely similar to each other. One's French, the other's Greek. I don't know if there's any relation there, I just think it's interesting. He's reading Garfield up there. I shouldn't say he, actually. The whole point of the Macron is that it's an it now. I even mentioned that earlier. So it is just up there laughing at Garfield. So there it is. Final boss time. Just kidding. Not there yet. Just a second. So let's say you're making a jump, wow, TNT. And you make the jump, and in the middle of the jump, the game spawns a bird out of absolutely nowhere, which you could not have seen and had no way to deal with until it's already there. It then knocks you into a pit. Gotcha! Oh yeah, quad. Gotcha design is more or less exactly the same. Oh yeah, we're in space now. I forgot about this. We're in the space station. Orbiting Strogos. Naturally, there's tons of ammo on Macron's personal space station. Why wouldn't there be? So, round one. We're gonna pop the quad and go nuts. I especially love the vestigial legs. So there's the actual Macron. And there's the brain. That's what's left of the Macron right there. You can also see a thing there. This is definitely reading too much into it, but there has been a theory for a while now that this thing right here is kind of like the actual Macron, if that makes any sense. Whereas this is just another brain that was shoved into it to power it. Same thing with all the Strug, right? The Strug unit you're fighting isn't really the dude whose body they're using, right? But yeah, they bumped the help. I actually saw that. Okay, so hang on. So there's something I need to find here, and I don't actually know where it is. We're going to make a hard save here, just in case. I don't want to lose it. It's very important we find this. It's extremely important. I don't actually know where it is. So let's see if we can find it. Maybe this? No? Maybe this? Yeah, we need to find the Garfield comics that it found so amusing. Nice view, by the way. Hello, Lord Atlantean. Okay, so I hit both switches. Okay. Ha! Okay. Here we go. Alright, you ready? You ready? So. John Carmack. Donna Jackson. John Cash. Brian Hook, who doesn't have a picture for some reason. Adrian Carmack. Kevin Cloud. Getting shot by something. Full Steed. Colin Hollinstead. Bert Alexander. Brendan James. Gross. Christian Antcow. Janelle Jacques, or however you say that, design. There's Tim Willits, by the way. Oh, Jesus. That's what Tim Willits looks like. I don't know. Don't ask me. You know exactly what's going on here, Evo. We have two of the women units. The Marines I don't get. I don't get the Marines. Wow, that's actually part of the scenery. They're not there. Okay. Anyways. Moving on. I like how John Carmack's thing hides his, but it's the only one who does that. Like, that's just such a Carmack thing to do, right? No, I don't want to be seen. Anyways. And we out. So we could have skipped all this and just taken out that one random asteroid. And beheaded the Strog. To be continued in, paradoxically, Quake 4. Okay. The end. Yeah, don't worry, there's a completely different Macron in Quake 4, because of course there is. Why wouldn't there be? Thank you, Unicorn Scotch. As always. Let me go ahead and jot that down. For Expedition 33, Dead Rising, and Jedi Fallen Order. Well, okay. So, I would like to argue a negative to outro. That was kind of a nothing burger ending. Like, Quake 1 didn't exactly have a fantastic ending, but at least had the title crawl. No, story-wise. This had, like, the weird cutscene thing, and then, like, wahahaha. Oh. And then the two cinematics, which were just like, okay. It's also doubly weird because, like, our goal, if you notice, the narrative falls apart the moment we take down the big gun. Did you catch that? Like, we're here to invade Strogos. There's a giant freaking gun preventing the invasion. Go take out the gun. And most of the game is that. Like, that's a huge swath of the game. Then we take down the gun. And it's like, okay, now, I guess go kill everyone else? And we just kind of keep going. We don't really have a goal from that point onwards. And then at a certain point, it's like, hey, you need to connect with the thing to set off their communications network. So it's like, okay, our goal is to shut off their communications network. And the moment we succeed at that, we teleport up to their space base, which is where their leader is. To kill the leader of the Strogs. What? Well, it just came out like a month ago, push-ups. Yeah, I guess we took too long and the entire invasion force died. God, I'm sorry, guys. Jeez, I can only kill so fast. So impatient. Yeah, only leader. Nobody else up there. Just the Macron by itself, hanging out. In a asteroid base for some reason. Of course there's speedruns. Behold.
Okay.
That, he's going to be talking. Talking is unacceptable. Let's go ahead and do our due diligence, huh? If I honestly need to explain why I'm not okay with seeing someone I don't know say things I don't know on my stream, I got nothing. I don't know. It's really early, Kenix. I might do the big, like, an hour third stream. We'll see. Let's see how long this takes us, because I don't want to rush this. And remember, thanks to how Twitch and YouTube both work, if there's something on your show that is said by someone who isn't you, you are held accountable for it. I was right, by the way. This was shorter than Quake 1. By about 2 hours, actually. Nothing that is actually feasible or reasonable to do, Mr. Red. No dangling threads here. Tell you one thing, Quake 2 definitely had a better story than Quake 1. A lot of it's, like, ambient, but it's no wonder the Strog stuck with me for so long in my life. Like, again, I have referred to Strogification or Strogging for years. I've referred to it on this show to refer to this kind of concept. Yeah, honestly, I've heard it described that the Strogg are just the edgy Borg, and there's some validity to that. But it's not like it makes them any less engaging. Imagine the Borg, but perpetually angry. Filled with a sort of almost righteous fervor. Again, we keep talking about Nazis, but to be clear, I'm talking about Wolfenstein Nazis. Nazis who are absolute zealots of the cause, who are fully and formally convinced of the righteousness of their cause, and absolutely want to do everything in their power to murder you. Preferably as horribly as they can. It doesn't matter if you've done nothing wrong. It doesn't matter if you're on the other side of the planet. You exist, and that is unacceptable. There's this animosity to the Strogg. But you can also look at it that way, Mr. Ed, although I prefer not to, admittedly, because that's more eldritch than demonic, and these guys are way clearly more demonic. Plus, Quake 4. Negative to external continuity. Has nothing to do with Quake 1. I'm not. That would be funny, though. Well, if you can get a copy of 4 running, I do recommend it. If you can't, that's what YouTube's for. Yeah, the many are a different take on the same concept. They're obviously organic, which just makes them more evil. But the many, they're here to help you. They want to help you. It's okay. We will embrace you. Also negative to external continuity. Quake 3 has nothing to do with anything. Still kidding. The many are from System Shock 2. Technically also 1, but primarily 2. And again, the Strogg are locusts. They exist to consume. The Strogg, if they ultimately win and wipe out all other life in the galaxy, will eventually die out. Because they will just... They'll starve. The Macron... So it's not a cult. From what we understand of the story of the Strogg, they were a society that developed and developed and developed until they just kind of kept... They polluted and destroyed their own world so much that they devolved into being this hyper-dictatorship, ultra-fascist society of death dooms. They came up with a solution for their energy crisis, which was to use a form of biofuel called... oh god, I've already forgotten the name of it. Striton? I noticed they didn't mention it in this game, by the way. Which is made up of people, put very, very simply. Along with a few other things, like it's a whole thing. Stroyant, thank you, Stroyant. So, they went out in search of other races to conquer and either convert into new Strogg, because cybernetics, or to turn into fuel to keep the species going. We do not, Lord Atlantean. Honestly, what I just told you is mostly from things like books and manuals. Still counts, for all intents and purposes, but... Sunk cost fallacy. I mean, that's not even that much of an exaggeration, is it? So I'm just going to tell you right now, I think Quake 1's going to score better overall. We'll see. Quake 2 does have a better narrative axis. Let's go through this. As usual, the best stage was the first one. Go figure. I mean, I'd still rather play all the way through Quake 2 than all the way through Quake 1. But that's just because Episode 4 over in Quake 1 could go directly to hell. No pun intended. Yeah, Quake 1 got 35 level positives. Quake 2 got 2. Quake 2's greatest strength? Enemies. 100%. The enemy design of this game is actually really good. It is probably its strongest feature. I'd also say viscerality is pretty good too. Definitely better than the first game. Oh yeah, they reused a lot of stuff. It's actually funny. This game was kind of shoved out the door in a much more truncated fashion than Quake 1 was. Shorter development time, more people involved, bigger budget, but just flung out the door, relatively speaking, even for the time. Let's see. Quake 2 also has better bosses than Quake 1. All two of them. Yeah. Probably Loke. It's a shame Quake 1 just broke the back of it. The original id, obviously. After Quake 2? I'm actually sure. I think they were working on Doom 3 at this point. It was mostly at a new team at that point. Like, by the time Quake 2 released, what, like, I think it's literally 2 people from the original id were still left at the company. Someone looked it up yesterday, but it was a small number. I wasn't counting Quake 3. Quake 3 is kind of its own animal over there in the corner. You'll notice I pretty much never talk about Quake 3 when it comes to discussing the significance of the franchises. Hell, we didn't even talk about Quake 3 when we were discussing the Dooms, because how much it didn't matter. Sorry, just Quake 3 was such a weird decision for them. But yes, you are correct, Reggie. The next thing they worked on, literally, was Quake 3. Which makes you wonder, because Quake 3 and Unreal Tournament came out pretty much side by side, right? Or was there more of a time gap there, and I'm just forgetting? Quake 3, easy answer. I would be remiss if I did not give this game a replayability positive, considering how many times I've replayed it. Pretty much push-ups, yeah. Actually, no. I take that back. Okay, so yeah, so Unreal Tournament and Quake 3 were pretty much side by side there. That's what I thought. I should look up someday why they made Quake 3, because they couldn't have made that decision in a vacuum, right? Yeah, I could see that, Plutonia. Actually, you know what? That probably is exactly it. If you remember, Quake 1, they were doing the new netcode and the new engine simultaneously, and Carmack has said many times that was a mistake. So maybe Quake 3 was just, alright, we're just going to do new engine. Oh, and here's a game attached to it to fund the creation of the engine. I mean, Lord knows the developers themselves spent too much time playing Doom Deathmatch. Which admittedly abuses me. Alright, right now. Donut to the head. Do you think this scored better than Quake 1? So, Quake 1 and Quake 2. Let's look at these side by side, shall we? Quake 1 had a story. Quake 2 had a more interesting story. Quake 2 ended up with a net +8 to story, which is, you know, respectable, all things considered. That is almost a full positive per hour and a ratio of 78%, which is pretty solid. Quake 1 had +34 to gameplay, whereas Quake 2 only had +19. Now that's actually fascinating, because that doesn't tell the whole story. For example, while Quake 1 obviously has higher density, Quake 2 has much better ratio. Quake 1 had more negatives, after all. It just ended up having more positives to offset that. So Quake 1's final golden number was 86. If I could get a drum roll, please. No push-ups. There was no narrative to speak of in Quake 1 other than a vague atmosphere and water bad. The final golden number for Quake 2 is... $64.86. You're right. It scored worse. It's interesting because it's kind of an up and down thing in several ways. It's a shorter game, has better story and worse gameplay, but also worse density, but better ratios. It did less right, but it did less wrong, too. Still a net positive game, still fun. I still recommend it if you manage to get a hold of a copy of it. And yeah, Trihexia won, consequently. So I've already put that down for Lunar 2, Killzone, and Phoenix Point. In the interest of having a hope of at least getting like an hour of Shantae in today, I'm going to go ahead and cut off here. I'm not going to commit to the third stream, but I'm going to try for it. So I will see you one way or another for Shantae.